How do you build a house in The Sims 4 out of this mess? We're about to figure that out together. Also, I accidentally turned this into an each townhouse is a different aesthetic challenge. More on that later. This is the Jigsaw challenge hard mode. A few weeks ago, I attempted the Jigsaw challenge in The Sims 4 at medium difficulty, and let me tell you, that was hard enough. This time, not only do I have more pieces that I have to put together to build a house, but the pieces are even more weird looking, like this star shape and this pointy one. Like, what even is this? The rules stay the same though. I cannot delete any of these walls, but I can add fences and I can add interior walls. And somehow we just have to put all of these pieces together and see what we can build out of it. This is a hashtag #TryMeSyd challenge. You can upload or find these in the Sims 4 gallery using the hashtag #TryMeSyd. This particular player uploaded 3 different difficulties for the Jigsaw challenge. We are attempting the hardest one they've got. But before we tackle this Sims 4 build challenge, we have a quick word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Gameloft, and I need to show you this super cute My Little Pony Magic Princess game where you can explore, build, and create alongside your favorite My Little Pony characters. My Little Pony is so nostalgic for me. We've done plenty of My Little Pony inspired videos on this channel, so when I heard that this game is based on My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, I was super excited. In this game, you can embark on story-driven adventures with classic My Little Pony characters. There are over 2,000 ponies to collect, which is a lot of ponies, and of course, each pony has their own unique personality and ability. There are even mini games that you can play together. You can customize them to fit your unique style with different costumes and hairstyle options, and the customization doesn't stop there because you can even build your own Equestria. Get creative and see how you can decorate and design Ponyville. My Little Pony Magic Princess is available on mobile for Android and iOS devices, and it's the perfect lighthearted game whether you're a longtime My Little Pony fan or you're just discovering the magical world of Equestria for the first time. So you can check out the My Little Pony Magic Princess game by clicking on the link down in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen. And thanks again to Gameloft for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. Okay, let's start making our shell. I think I'm gonna get this pointy one out of the way. So we'll start off here with this. I would love to get rid of this one too. So let me just put those ones together. And then maybe, does this one fit right in here? Oh, nope, it definitely does not. Oh boy. Oh wait, this little guy can fit though. Then maybe I can rotate this one and we can stick that in here somewhere, like right here. This one and this pointy star one are going over to the side for a minute. I don't know what we're doing about those. And I feel like these ones are throwing me off. I can add this piece here at the front. Oh wait, looking at it this way, disregard the back disaster. What if we put these together as townhouses? Because like I could already split this in half and then one could be on one side. This looks like it could be another. We could potentially pull this off even as like multiple townhouses. And I could bring it this way so they're sort of wrapping around. Like 2 townhouses at the front and then maybe one over at the side. Regardless, this is a horrendous first floor, but I think I'm gonna start trying to go up. I'm gonna grab this weird piece and I'll stick that right there on the front. There's a nice big square piece I can add. I think I'm gonna put that over the hole in the build. And then what do we have left? Maybe this one can connect somehow onto here. Then that forms a sort of bump out over to the side. I'll stick this one back here and there's a skinny rectangle piece. I'm gonna put that right at the front. How are we looking? Oh no. I think I'll stick one more piece onto the back section maybe. So that's gonna be our second floor. I'm scared to put this together. And the piece we have left, of course, is a diagonal. I think I'm gonna put that over top of the other diagonal piece I have here. Or we move it over here so it's connecting to that one. 3 more pieces. Okay, I'm putting this one onto the back. The star one is, you know what, we're just gonna stick that right on top for now. It can be the world's weirdest chimney. It could be a roofing detail. I don't know yet. And then there was one. You know what if we turn this into a pergola of some kind? A nice little gazebo in the back, a greenhouse potentially. We can make it work with the landscaping. I raised it up on a foundation and that means we are left with this. Here's how it's looking to the back. It literally looks like someone did this with their eyes closed. Actually, no, I have done that challenge before. I have built a shell with my eyes closed and I think it turned out better than this. All right, going with the townhouse approach, I need a cute fence to start. This one from Discover University has never steered me wrong. long. So I'm gonna start out by building a balcony, and I'm actually gonna build a second balcony on top of that. I'm hoping that this down here can be the entrance, and then everything over to the left, starting with the balcony, will be townhouse number 1. So I'm gonna start with a gabled roof piece. I'm gonna bring that over, we'll lower it, and I'll bring that going over top of the balcony. We may as well use the matching Discovery University columns for now, so I'm just adding those on. I'll add them down here at the bottom too. And you know what, maybe we can actually extend this over a tiny bit. We desperately need a spandrel. I'm gonna use this one from Vampires. We'll add some stairs, and then what if I just brought the fencing up top and we just cover this? It doesn't have to be completely in the star shape. Maybe I can section it off like that, and you know what, I do not hate it. I feel like that works, especially with the little trim up there. It can just be a little rooftop feature. And what if these were also different colors? Like this one can be like a pastel orange. That way we can really separate all of these. The back, we are just gonna cross this bridge when we get there. I'm not even gonna worry about it for the time being. I'm also gonna add some windows on there so we can really see what we're doing. Ooh, what about these ones from Strangerville? They have a lot of different pastel swatches, so we could change these up depending on the color scheme that we're going with for the townhouse. This one I'm going with like this green color. They also have some of my favorite doors in the game. Each of them have different stained glass, and I really like the shape and the details on them. So this will be our front door, something like that. Okay, and then for the rest of the roofing, I'm gonna copy and paste the roof piece that I had, and I'll pull that across this way for now. I'm gonna add another small piece onto this awkward spot, and then maybe at the front we rotate it. That way we can maybe create a back patio over here. I'll just add some fencing so I don't lose that thought. And okay, for now, this is gonna be townhouse 1. Let's keep it going over to the side. The wallpaper that I'm using today is from For Rent, by the way, and maybe this one can be like a green color. And actually, I think this one's gonna cover all the way over to the diagonal part. To help visualize it, I'm going to build the balcony again. So starting from where the other wall ended, I'm gonna bring it out. I'll connect it onto this piece, and then we just bring that over. This way it's gonna sort of wrap around instead of just being so awkward. We can add a roof piece right here. We can add this green and yellow Strangerville door, and I'll use the same columns here but in white. Okay, now all we have to worry about is this diagonal roof piece. Let's just get it over with. So we're gonna add that on. I'll pull it to the back, hopefully hiding this one. Okay, we're good. And then the final thing I'm gonna do for now is just add this awning from For Rent. And okay, so far, you know what? I think this is working. This side part here though is where it might get weird, but let's see. We'll follow the same process. I'll do a balcony there. Entrance is down here, and then we can add some roofing and bring that over. And let's make this one pink. Okay, so here is the pink side, and now we're just left with this. We have one more townhouse to make. I think for this one I'll make it blue, and then maybe we build a balcony coming out the front, and the entry can be down here like this. Now we have the blue townhouse all complete, and for this back section I'm just trying to make it work with more balconies. It's not perfect. It's definitely still a little weird, but I feel like if we add some more windows and maybe enough decor back here, we can make it work. Oh, and then also in the back for the gazebo, I'm gonna use this fence from Enchanted by Nature. I'm gonna open that up with some archways, and then for the rest of it we can open it as well with these arched base game windows. Also in the back from Debug, there's this really pretty like pink overhang. I think I'm gonna add that leading to the gazebo, and I can be really extra and raise up like a chandelier hanging from there. This way when Sims walk under here at night, it's gonna be all lit up and magical looking. And then why do I feel like we need a piano in there? Like maybe the one from My Wedding Stories. It kind of just fits perfectly in there. It has the little flowers coming off the side. And then for the rest out here, I might just add some garden tables. Okay, so somehow this is how our build turned out. The hard jigsaw challenge somehow turned into multiple townhouses. I added a few things going on in each balcony. I tried to give each house a different skill item. So like over here, there's an easel on this balcony. They have a bar down below. This one's got some weights in the corner and some room to work out. For the pink one, it's a little harder to see, but they have a yoga mat in there. And then coming over to the blue side, I gave them a microphone and a guitar. So there's like a little music setup out there for them. This is how it turned out in the back. I'm really excited to see this at night, actually. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's super lit up back here. Super cute. I feel like you could have weddings back here if you wanted. And then same thing on the balconies in the back. We've got like a chess table on this one. This one has some floral arranging stuff and like plant pots. I have made the townhouses work from the outside. We still have to try and make them work from the inside, and I have no idea if these layouts will match up. And that means there's gonna have to be so many sets of stairs. I've gone ahead and color coordinated all of them, and spoiler alert, these end up becoming townhouses for different fashion aesthetics. So this one will become a home for a nature-focused fashion designer. So for the first one, I added some stairs leading up like this, and I think I'm just gonna have to cut my losses and add a wall right here just to eliminate that weird part. I am gonna try and avoid adding as many interior walls as possible though, just because I don't want to accidentally delete any of the puzzle pieces. But this little piece in the back makes the perfect bathroom, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a shower in here. I think I'm gonna try and keep the color palette generally similar to the exterior, just again so we don't get too confused. I'll move this window over to this wall, and this way we should still be able to fit a sink, and we should also fit a toilet. All right, so far so good. We've got a bathroom down, and it's not too bad either. I do like that shower. Moving out here, I'm gonna add a tapestry on this wall. The front entry is right here, so I might add like a rug, maybe a nice big bookshelf here at the front, and I could add a diagonal wall here, and I'm hoping I can add a skinny little archway so I can build a tiny closet back there. Adding a shelf in there might be a little awkward, so we could just do a clothing rack with some shoes hiding in the back there. We could add a small couch here for seating, maybe with a little table, but I don't want it to be too squishy right when you walk in the door. So for now, I'll leave the front part like that. I do think we need an accent wall though, just to break up such a bright color. And then looking at the rest of the bottom floor, I feel like we could do our kitchen right along this wall. This in here could maybe be a dining room, and then we have like a study over here. So in this spot, I'm gonna add a desk. We'll add a computer over here. I'll add some big curtains for businesses and hobbies. We can add these tiny living pictures in the corner to add a little bit more green. I added a shelf there, and I feel like above the desk we need some pictures. So we added these. These are from Enchanted by Nature. Oh, and we can get a record player on this shelf. Okay, so that side is looking cute. Let's try and do the kitchen next. And I would love to have space, like an archway leading into the dining room. The dining room, we're gonna change it up slightly. I'll just use some different flooring. And I've also gone in with a lighter wallpaper. Just that peachy color is a little much. And let's see about this kitchen. I think we can do a fridge right here. Our oven can go there. If we have a sink right there, we can also leave the corner piece for prep. And then since I can't clutter in that corner, I'm gonna go in and add some shelves right here. This way we can add as much clutter as we want up top. And I feel like we need something on this wall here. I don't know if I should add a mirror or maybe just some paneling like this. Those are just from Eco Lifestyle, and then we could make it funky with this mirror in the background. And then I still have space back here. I could fit the kitchen caddy, and then we could fit a tea set on here. We could add a little bit of clutter on it. Okay, so that's a kitchen we've got sorted. Now we just have to do the dining room on this floor. I feel like we could make this one a little fancy with a fireplace in it. We could put the Love Struck mirror over top. I can't fit anything too big for the table in here, so I'm just gonna lay it out like this. This room is the one with the weird point. I don't know what to put back there. We could stick the bar in the back, and if there's like a really tall, really skinny plant we could try and hide, that could maybe work out. And okay, this might actually be my favorite room so far. It's kind of cute in here. Over to the side, I added some art. I actually also added these growing together plants, which I don't really like to use all that often because I hate how they're all like together. But yeah, this is cute. Nice little formal dining room. And then going upstairs, this is where it might get tricky because like we don't really have one separate bedroom. So maybe I just make this whole floor the bedroom. Like what if we open this up? I feel like the only spot for my bed is like right at the top of the stairs. So would it be weird if I did like a half wall right here? I think so. We could do a divider like this. We could maybe get a little nature vibe going with these curtains, and we could raise up a little mirror in there. There's this little bump out to the side. This is where we could put a dresser. I'll add another skill item like the cross stitch box. I could have a chair here. I think it's going to be interesting to see what kind of styles we end up with purely based on the color. Like I like how this one slowly transitioned into being like a calm nature sort of aesthetic, and I feel like each one is going to also have something different going on. I don't really know what to put in here though. I could add another dresser, and it could be like a closet of some kind. You guys, I totally forgot. There is a third floor up here, so we did didn't have to use that divider for the bed, but I kind of like the divider for the bed now. Okay, change of plans. We're gonna take this bed, we're gonna put it up here, and we're going to add a ladder. And the ladder is actually gonna go where this easel was. Oh, and it's gonna go upstairs, okay? And I actually don't mind it going into that nook if we can move the door, because then it's kind of out of the way. I'm gonna add some more arches right here to open it up. And I'm thinking maybe if we want to leave it open like that, the Sims that live here have to be really close. So I was thinking maybe they could be sisters living here. And then on that second floor, we had a big focus on nature, but also there's like a creative fashion element going on. I have 2 dressers down here. I can add even more little cubbies and things like that for shoes and even purses. And it can be like sustainable, nature-inspired fashion. So like in this hallway, we can add some hooks. I can add some pictures. These are from the mudroom kit. We can do more hanging plants in here from the blooming rooms kit. I'll add more shoe clutter around, and then we already have that cross stitch kit, but the knitting basket now would also make sense. And then they can sell their things on like Plopsy, the Sims version of Etsy, or they could have yard sales and sell their clothing. I feel like that would be a really fun gameplay idea. There are also these purses we can hang on the wall. Okay, nature fashion inspired bedroom is complete. Now I'm excited to do this second bedroom. Now that we have a theme, we're gonna change the color of this bed. Maybe we'll do, I like this muted green, but I also like the yellow. Let's go green. Ooh, okay, and then this rug looks really pretty under the bed. This is from Enchanted by Nature. We're gonna use this one. This one can be a little more bedroom-like. Maybe this is the older sister. I'm gonna add more pillows, not that this bed even needed it. Oh, we did get some new base game stuff recently too. Of course, literally the day I did a base game video, we got an update afterwards. But for now, I just added a divider, and I wanted to find the drafting desk from Dream Home Decorator. Anytime I'm building for a designer, I like to use that one. I like the little sticky notes on it. And then we'll just add more fashion stuff around. We can just add like some shoe boxes. Oh, and wait, Modern Luxe is the pack with the fashion pictures. So let me see if we can make this work. Maybe boots in the middle, 2 girls on the other side, and a plant. I'll add one more knitting basket since we're assuming there's 2 of them. And then in this room, I'm just gonna add another couple big dressers. Okay, love how this turned out. This bedroom is so pretty. I really like that rug underneath. They have a drafting area, tons of closet space, and then there's this one as well, a little more open. And I came down and added a few more plants down here as well, just to really bring home that nature vibe. Okay, we're done with this one. Now we need to move over to the green one, and this is the biggest one we got. There are 3 floors on this one as well. Can't forget that this time. And okay, where should the stairs go? We don't want to be leading outside. Okay, we could get it into this section, and it works out really well with the layout on the second floor. And then for the inside of this one, I came across this TikTok recently, and it's this house for sale in New Orleans. It's literally the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I have to show you the inside. Look at it. It's like this classic, beautiful style. There's so many different patterns in here, but it works out so beautifully together. I kind of want to try and do this style in this townhouse. Like, look at the kitchen. Look at that wallpaper. I feel like I could do an entire series just on my TikTok deep dives because they have been so fire lately. Oh, and one thing I really liked, I have to show you guys, they have this pantry, which they call like their hosting pantry, I think. And they put all of their glassware in there, all of their fancy china, things like that. Yeah, all of their stuff for hosting. This is such a cute idea. I want to try and pull this off somehow too. So yeah, that house is for sale if anyone has just, you know, a casual couple mil hanging around in New Orleans. Okay, what if this was a dorm building for fashion designers? Like, let's say there's just a fashion school nearby and everyone in this building has a different sort of fashion designing style. This one can be this eclectic, maximalist, but sort of traditional style. Like, the chairs were a risk, but I kind of dig it. And then we get some big picture in the background, something classic, like the sad girly. We had some curtains. You guys are either gonna love or hate this one. Oh, we need a bar cart. We absolutely need a vintage glamour bar cart in the corner with some flowers on it. And also from Vintage Glamour, I'm adding the perfume tray. Okay, I like that. This is not really my style, but I'm into it. I'm trying to find a railing that doesn't glitch with my stairs. There we go. I think I'm gonna add some smaller pictures going up the stairs, just like a little gallery wall. And in the background, I just need a table and like a vase nearby, maybe some plants. Okay, cute. Let's go into this room. And wait, maybe this is where I can do my pantry. There is gonna be a window in it, but we can add a nice big glass door. I guess we don't really need this window. I'm also gonna change up the tile, and cottage living has a cute hutch I can add in here, but we can add clutter on top. Like I'll add a few plates. I think Home Chef Hustle has nicer ones. Yeah, let's use these ones instead. Get Together also has this tea shelf. There's another one we can fit on this side. And maybe I'll also add some wine bottles up top. Okay, so far we have a little walk-in pantry in there. This is ideally gonna fit our kitchen and our dining room, but the layout is a little awkward. Like I think we do have room for a bigger table, but before I pick my chairs, I do want to change the wallpaper. And this like mint green color might be a little difficult to stick with. Oh, maybe not, we might be okay. How crazy do we feel like going with the chairs though? Maybe it'll depend on like what kind of rug we have for this. Life and Death has some fun ones. I don't know, we'll play around, we'll change this up as we go. I need to figure out where the kitchen is gonna be. What if we started here like this? I'm using a set from Country Kitchen. We add in some of the Get Famous Lotus lights. And like, do we go like this and go for an island? That might work. Then our oven will just go there and my sink can go right here. Okay, now we have everything we need. We still have room for prep. We could even fit a small area in the back here for coffee. And there's options for pantry storage too. Like over here, let's do a coffee maker and maybe a microwave. Okay, now we spice it up a little bit. We have our fancy columns. The picture of the girl with the sunglasses, this can work. This is from like the Casanova Cave Kit, I think. We could do some dream home decorator art on the side. Maybe a big plant in the corner. There's a table there. I'm gonna add a tea set. And I'm trying to figure out what to put on this wall. I feel like it could be this hutch from Paranormal. Okay, yeah, I like it. This is different. This rug has changed like 10,000 times, but it's fun. It's different. It's kind of cozy in a way too. It's a vibe. I don't know. I'm excited to do the bedroom on this one. So I do need to find a way upstairs. I've also just been throwing things in here that I feel like could match. And okay, this layout is definitely not the most ideal with the door right there, but it can lead upstairs. This can be like the office or the workspace. That'll be a bedroom. And then we can do a bathroom in the back right here. Okay, let me first do the bedroom. I need to find a fun bed, something with a pattern on it. This one could be fun from high school years. There's also a couple other options like this. Ooh, could also see this one working though from Life and Death. There are some really pretty blue swatches. Okay, we're gonna try this one. It was that or we really just dive in and go for it. Let's leave it up to the rug. Which over the top bed will it be? There is a very interesting variation of objects going on in this room right now. I think I'm going for this one. We're gonna lock this in. We'll have a couple fun little giraffe lamps from Vintage Glamour, the decor to the max mirror. This wallpaper is from Love Struck. And for the dresser, I'm picturing this one from Vampires. This is the kind of home you would like walk into and just be in awe because it would just be full of items that you may not pick for yourself necessarily, but it's inspiring because they made it work. We need the fashion element. I need to get that Modern Luxe purse. This one, I'm gonna size it up a little bit. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna keep it sized up. Maybe we can also add some Modern Luxe chairs in here. And so far, nobody here has a TV, but a frame TV would look really cute in this bedroom. I'll add a table underneath from Cats and Dogs, maybe with like a little stereo underneath, with a bookshelf as well. And I'm just gonna add some poofs too. Since no one else has a TV, maybe they come watch it in this bedroom. This one is giving rich girl who maybe comes off a little snobby, but like if you're her friend, she's just the nicest girl ever. So cute. Love this house so far. I really like that frame TV. I would love a frame TV. Does anyone have one? They look so cool. Like if you have a frame TV, that's a flex in my books. Okay, cute bedroom. Let's go do the bathroom. I'll change up the wallpaper, maybe this base game one with the trim. This house I already know needs this tub, the swan one from Get Famous. And you know what? May as well go all out. They can have the fun toilet too. I don't know why I said fun. It's just the swan one from Get Famous. And can I squeeze a sink right here? I don't know if this is gonna be functional. I think it's gonna have to go this way. Yeah, that'll work. That peacock mirror, by the way, is from Realm of Magic. And all I need in here are some curtains. All right, so there is the bathroom. I'm trying to find a home for this big tree. I guess I can just put it in this corner for now. This hallway could use a bookshelf and maybe just like a nice chair for reading. I'll add a nice big mirror right there. And there's the hallway. And then coming upstairs, this is where we're gonna have a big office. I also didn't add as many dressers or fashion things in this one yet, but we could try and do a big closet wall right here. Like these from the mudroom kit do match, and then I could add a couple of these. Already looking so pretty. I'll add a big mirror behind that, and then we fill this up with clutter. I think in a room like this, we have to bring back the cheetah print. We'll add a table from Paranormal. We could even add some of these pedestals and maybe add some purses or something on here. Like, yeah, my purse is just on a Roman column. And then over in this side, we need to have the desk. High School Years has this big one. I think I'm gonna add that. There are some magazines we can add on here too. I think I'll add a computer. And there we go. Now we also have an office space. This one was a fun one to do. Completely different from the last one. I don't think any of them today will look like this, but I like it and I really like the color scheme in here too. Okay, let's move on from this one. And they only get smaller from here. This one only has 2 floors, same as the next one, but I think we can easily fit our stairs right there. We can do a bathroom in the back. Wait, for this one, I think I put the yoga mat outside. Yeah, I did. So this could be athleisure. Like pink house, we could do a gym girl sort of vibe. I want this one to have a big TV, I think. Like I want this sim to be into sports. So maybe we could go a little bit darker with the pink. I don't know what our options are gonna be though. Like pink sports girly. There are some options for pink decor we can use. There's this from the Everyday Clutter Kit. I kind of want to make a wall of them though. Like all of them are going to be a different color. I don't know why you would have this many basketballs and hats right next to your TV, but this sim does. What if we use these lights around this TV? I kind of like it. I feel like this whole video I'm just like trying things out and hoping for the best. And I feel like it's kind of working so far. We can add magazines like this on the table. There's a pink-ish jersey. I feel like this room does need some neon, possibly some better art. I have not decided. Okay, we need to do a kitchen. The kitchen is going to be over here. We'll add some counters. Oven can go right there, fridge, and then our sink can maybe go in between. And then what if instead of having a dining table, we have an island and it's facing the TV? I feel like this sim would have the bro trait. I'm holding off on all the posters right now. I'm gonna wait and put those in the bedroom, like all those sports pictures. You know what? We do have room. I can add a table in the back here. Discover University has this. There's like soccer pictures on there. Maybe they're scheduling in their games. They play soccer. This is for sure the party house. Whenever there's a game on, everyone's coming over. I was wrong about everyone meeting up in this house's room. That is her TV and her TV only. This is where everyone's meeting up to watch games, Love Island, anything that's going on. This is it. We are going to be just fine for the bathroom. Things gonna fit in here nicely. We can do shower and toilet on that side, sink and a mirror with like some pictures on it. I think I'm gonna use the messier swatch for these towels. Maybe this one's a little messy. Oh, there is a pink jersey from the kids room stuff pack. Okay, I'm gonna leave this bathroom as is. Let's bring this upstairs. And I'm gonna size up these jerseys and we're gonna put the bed in between. The bed has to be this basketball one from high school years. Maybe we can change up the color scheme in here a little bit, add in some blue. This is kind of an awkward spot in the corner. I'm debating adding my desk there. This way we can still add a computer. We can add this amp in the corner for Moschino. I'm also looking for these magazines. I'll add a mirror here too. We need a plant. I'm gonna add some more lights from businesses and hobbies. Our dresser can go in this corner. And then I think over here I'll add a clothing rack. That way we can pick maybe some more sporty looking clothes to hang on here. I don't know what our options are gonna be. Maybe like these. Okay, maybe our sportswear selection is slim. However, those could pass as gym shorts. And then over here I think we need all of the sports posters. Anything I didn't want to put up in the living room, that can be where all of this stuff goes. And honestly, the selection is kind of limited. Okay, this one is fun. This one is totally different. Look at the contrast between this one and the one next door. This one is sports girly, maybe a bit of a party girl. She's an athletic wear designer. Definitely not where I thought we would go with this one, but I like it. Let's move on to the last one, the smallest one. We'll add a ladder here because that's all we can fit. I guess I'll put it in the corner so it's like out of the way. Our bathroom will be here. And for the color scheme for this pale blue, I don't know, maybe we do like a coastal vibe. Like maybe this one can just be super chill, relaxed. I mean, it's going to have to be. We're gonna have the smallest little kitchen over here. We can use island living counters maybe. Oh, it's so tiny. Okay, let's do dishwasher. So then we don't need a sink. And we can do like a tabletop oven. Trash can will be here. It's so teeny tiny. I think I'll do that rug from laundry day. And we can maybe do shelf space. I can add some clutter on here. This is cute. I can add this little cork board here. Yeah, maybe we do pastel coastal vibes in this one. They can be like a bikini designer. That's why this one's minimal. So for like what we can do, I like this kitchen. It's cute. We can add in some high school years curtains maybe. And we'll definitely play around with some hanging plants because I don't want anything on the floor. I don't want anything getting in the way. And these are really cute from Nifty Knitting. This bathroom is pretty small. So let's just see. We can do a sink here. We can do one of the fun mirrors from Pastel Pop. I mean, if we get a toilet there, it would kind of suck, but I think we can get a functional shower right here. And then again, hanging plants so nothing is in the way. Maybe some artwork. And there we go. There's our tiny bathroom. Okay, and then going upstairs, I think I want to try this bed from high school years. This way we could have a bookshelf dividing the room. That way we can still have a desk spot, and then our bedroom will still fit in the corner over there. chair. We can use the dresser with like the coral on it. We can add in the egg chair from high school years. Oh, you know what I'll do as a last minute thing? We should have been adding mannequins. I feel like if you're a designer, you're gonna have these. So I'll just add them around and then I'll go into each of them and I'll add them in. I feel like some of them might look a little creepy. Then I have to go into cast and create an outfit. Oh, you can change the pose too? Oh my gosh, wait. I can change the pose to match each room as well. So this one's gonna be neutral. And this is the nature inspired fashion girlies. So I want a dress with flowers on it. You can't really add hair, I don't think, but you can add jewelry. I can add some of the enchanted by nature stuff or even like a leafy bracelet. Not this accidentally turning into a cast video. Okay, here's outfit 1 for the nature girlies. The dress fits right into this room. The bold house needs like a statement gown like this. That is perfect. I'm so glad I thought to do this. I wish I did this sooner because that's so cute. Oh, and the pose on this one has to be confident. The pose on our sporty room will obviously be active. Oh yeah, she's sprinting at you when you're in bed. That's funny, it's staying. This one's easy, just some track pants, a t-shirt, and I added some bracelets and a watch. She's coming, look out. And then for this one, I did this little one piece. I think it's supposed to be Barbie inspired. And then I added this dress, not swimwear necessarily, but like beachwear. And that is how our final blue house, the smallest one, turned out. Let me know which house was your favorite, which outfit was your favorite. I completely forgot we were even doing the puzzle challenge because of this. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.